Good evening. This is All India Radio, Kohima. I'm Jonas Yandan with Evening News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says courage, valour and dedication of Indian Army to protect the honour of Mother India is incomparable. Health Ministry issues revised guidelines for home isolation of very mild, pre-symptomatic and asymptomatic COVID-19 cases. Total confirmed COVID-19 positive cases climbs up to 539 in Nagaland. And NPF expresses dismay over central government's order of extension of Disturbed Area Act in Nagaland. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the courage, valour and dedication of Indian Army to protect the honour of Mother India is incomparable. Addressing the soldiers of Indian Army during his visit to Ladakh at Nimmo, Modi said that their courage is higher than the heights where they are posted today. He said through the bravery which has been shown by the soldiers, a message has gone to the entire world about India's strength. Modi said that bravery of 14 corps will be talked about everywhere, and the tales of bravery and valour exhibited are echoing in every house in the country. Prime Minister Modi said this land in Ladakh is India's crown, and it has given several brave hearts to the nation. Health and Family Welfare Ministry has issued revised guidelines for home isolation of very mild, pre-symptomatic, asymptomatic COVID-19 cases. The guidelines have been keeping in view of the detection of a large number of asymptomatic cases in the country. The ministry said those patients are eligible for home isolation who are clinically assigned as a very mild, pre-symptomatic, asymptomatic case by the treating medical officer. The ministry also said patients suffering from immune-compromised status like HIV, transplant recipients, cancer therapy are not eligible for home isolation. Elderly patients aged more than 60 years and those with comorbid conditions shall only be allowed home isolation after proper evaluation by the treating medical officer. In case of developing serious signs or symptoms, the ministry has advised to seek immediate medical attention. The guidelines also stated that a patient under home isolation will stand discharged after 10 days of symptom onset and no fever for 3 days. Thereafter, the patient will be advised to isolate at home and self-monitor their health for further 7 days, and there is no need for testing after the home isolation period is over. The ministry has asked the state and district administration to monitor the health status of those under home isolation by the field staff and surveillance teams on a daily basis. Total confirmed COVID-19 positive cases have gone up to 539 in Nagaland today. Health Minister S. Pangyapom in a tweet said 4 fresh positive cases of COVID-19 have been detected in Nagaland. Out of 259 samples tested, 3 cases are from Mon Quarantine Centre and 1 from Beren Quarantine Centre. Pangyu also tweeted this evening that 31 more COVID-19 positive patients have recovered, 10 each from Beren, Dimapur and Kohima, and 1 from Pek. Of the total cases, 311 are active, while 228 have recovered. Assam Health Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma said the state's COVID-19 tally topped 9,000 mark with 479 new infections, out of which 238 are from Guwahati city alone. The state has a total of 9,434 coronavirus cases, of which 3,311 are active, while the number of those recovered stood at 6,106. 2 more persons with comorbidities died due to COVID-19 yesterday, taking the death toll to 14. The situation in Guwahati city has turned critical with 1,980 positive cases reported in the last 10 days. Meanwhile, in Meghalaya, another 3 more persons have tested positive for COVID-19, taking the total number of active cases to 18. The state has so far registered 62 total cases, with 43 recoveries and 1 deceased. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. Naga Students Federation NSF has welcomed the noble initiative of Nagaland Department of School Education for launching its online learning program. In a press release, while appreciating the department for keeping the students engaged in education during COVID-19 lockdown, NSF has also taken note on some of the problems received by its grievances cell from distraught students, aggrieved parents and concerned citizens with regard to online learning problem. NSF highlighted instances where students were unable to log in to the department's website at the official portal due to poor network connectivity and registration failure in the web page experienced by the students on multiple occasions. NSF therefore appealed the state government to immediately take measures on the issue and to direct the telecom providers operating in the state to provide good quality coverage across the state. The federation further stated that students should not be at the receiving end due to lack of access to technology, which could hamper their overall development. Deputy Commissioner Kohima Gregory Tejavele has said that mass preventive testing of persons involved in Bethel kitchen was compulsorily carried out in view of some frontline workers being tested positive for COVID-19 and the test results turned out to be negative. As per guidelines on preventive measures to contain the spread of COVID-19 in the workplace settings issued by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, the Bethel kitchen was fumigated and temporarily closed for 48 hours. It will be operational from tomorrow in the same location with utmost precaution and safety measures. Further, all the workers or persons involved in the Bethel kitchen are advised to follow all safety precautions of wearing masks all the time, frequently washing hands, and maintaining social distancing to ensure public hygiene and personal safety. Naga People's Front NPF has expressed dismay over the central government's order of extension of Disturbed Area Act for another 6 months to the whole of Nagaland. In a press release issued today, the party said, even after a lapse of more than 2 years at the helm of the affairs, the recent extension has exhibited callousness with the BJP government in dealing with Naga people and its political problem. Lamenting that the BJP-led government has been repeatedly extending draconian act to the state, the NPF said the imposition of the act has no tangible contribution to the peace process but except to create an environment of distrust and an overwhelming feeling of being oppressed in the minds of the Naga people. NBF stated that a continued extension of Armed Forces Special Powers Act might be interpreted as an attempt to exploit the long-suffering condition of the Naga people. NBF therefore urged upon the BJP-led government to exhibit its sincerity and expedite a speedy conclusion to the vexed Naga political problem. Nagaland government has decided to ban commercial import and trading of dogs and dog markets. The ban will also include sale of dog meat, both cooked and uncooked. Chief Secretary Demjantoy, in a tweet this afternoon, appreciated the decision taken by the state cabinet. In a major relief to the goods and services taxpayers, the government has decided to cap maximum late fee for Form GSTR 3P at 500 rupees per return. This will be applicable for the tax period from July 2017 to July 2020, subject to returns being filed before 30th September of this year. Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs (CBIC) said there will be nil late fees if there is no tax liability, and in this regard, a notification has been issued. It said this step has been taken after various representations were received from taxpayers to provide relief. Recently, CBIC has provided facility of SMS filing of nil statement of Form GSTR1 from 1st July. The filing of nil statements through SMS would improve ease of GST compliance for over 12 lakh registered taxpayers. And now 20 News, here are the main points again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says courage, valour and dedication of Indian Army to protect honour of Mother India is incomparable. Health Ministry issues revised guidelines for home isolation of very mild, pre-symptomatic and asymptomatic COVID-19 cases. Total confirmed COVID-19 positive cases climbs to 539 in Nagaland. And NPF expresses dismay over central government's order of extension of Disturbed Area Act in Nagaland. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.